David here with Figboot on Pens. Today I'm going to be showing you a daily planner, a very popular planner, and that is the Hobonichi Techo planner. What I'm going to do is go over a little bit of history of how this planner came to be, and then we'll take a closer look at everything you receive with the Hobonichi. In Japan, a techo is used for more than a daily planner. It's used as a sketchbook, a diary, and also a useful tool to kind of chronicle your life. There was a popular Japanese website called Hobonichi Techo. Now, I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but for short, the site was known as Hobonichi. This site contained an eclectic mix of columns and interviews and articles. Back in 2001, the site asked readers if they would like a planner, and about 700 people replied that they would, so the decision was made to move ahead with the project. That first year, they produced 12,000 copies. And over the years, there were adjustments and improvements made to the planner, as well as the cover design. The number of journals produced increased significantly each and every year, where the 2019 version will be a run of about 900,000 planners, having 98 different cover designs over 12 different planner types. So that's quite the growth. And here is what the standard Hobonichi Techo planner looks like. This version covers only a single year, but they do make a version which covers 5 years. And while I wasn't ready to make a 5-year commitment to using one of these planners, I did want to give it an attempt to try out this planner for a year, or at least start out using it for this year, and we'll see how it goes. There's a large number of actually covers out there that you could purchase for these planners from a wide variety of sources. For this first year, I opted not to get a cover. We'll see how it goes. If I end up using this religiously, then maybe next year I'll get some kind of cover. There's a number out there that are kind of rather bulky and big, and I kind of wanted to keep this thin for right now. Okay, in order to take a closer look at the Hobonichi Techo, let's go over here to camera 2. So here is the Hobonichi Techo 2019 planner. It is an A6 size, which is 4 1/8 inches by 5 7/8 inches. And it weighs just over 200 grams, so it's not that heavy. The cover is soft cardstock, and the spine is bound by thread and glue. And you can actually see the thread through the cover on the spine. And I think that's kind of neat. On one end it says Hobo, and the other end it actually says 2019. On the cover there are the Japanese symbols for Techo, as well as the 3-tiered key motif logo of a company by the name of Arts and Science, a brand led by Sonia Park, who's also the creative director for this Hobonichi Techo planner. The paper is ivory and made from 52-gram Tomoe River paper, which is very fountain pen friendly. To begin with, we have calendars for both 2019 and 2020. Then on the next page, we have something interesting. It's a list of months broken out by days. And next to each day, there are 10 boxes, in essence, to track something. Maybe you want to track how many glasses of water you drink a day, or maybe you're trying to watch your weight and you want to write down what you weigh. Maybe not on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, and you want to see a trending of all of those numbers in one place. That these pages could be a helpful tool. Then next up, we have full monthly calendars from December of 2018 up until March of 2020. Go up here to March of 2020. There we go. And so that, I like how that when you get to 2020, they actually have 2020 printed across the page like this, so that you don't use it by mistake. You can see it's not here on the 2019, but it is on the 2020. So that's nice. There are 2 blank pages of dot grid with lined so that you could turn the page to a new year, just like it says up here. Maybe document some of the goals for the year. And after that, we get into the meat of this planner, which are the daily pages. Each month starts off with a lined page where you can have some general notes for the month, and then we have a daily page. On these daily pages, you have the day of the month, then it's the day, the month, the week number, as well as the moon cycle, and then the day of the year. January 1st is the first day of the year. These daily pages are kind of have a grid here, and about halfway down the grid there is the number 12, which is a helpful tool. If you're using this to track things, you need to do it specific times in the day. You can kind of better gauge where 2 p.m. is at. And then at the bottom there's a space to track food. Now, I do like that the margin markings here are subtle, so that if you choose not to use this for anything time-based or food-based, then you won't feel like you're not using the book for its intended purpose. In the bottom of the margin, there is a quote from the aforementioned Sonia Park here, that it varies on a day-to-day basis, but this is just her quote on this first page. It says, "The most important thing I inherited from my parents was not money or fortune, but my aptitude for independence." Then here to the right, the day of the month is circled on a calendar. Now, this page only has a single day, but when you get to pages containing 2 days, then the left-hand page will have the quote, the right-hand page will have the quote's author, and on the calendar, both days are circled, or ovaled, so to speak. This progresses for the entire year, with Sundays being printed in red. I also like how that when you get to a full moon, the moon has these little stars around it in celebration. Now that's actually the, I don't know what that's called. It's not a full moon, it's an empty moon, whatever that's called, when there is no moon. But when you get to a full moon, it does the same thing. Where is a full moon in here? Well, there'd be one once a month. There we go. There's the full moon. And that the daily pages stop on December 31st. We'll get down here to December 31st. There we go. You'll notice that since the numbering of weeks begins on Mondays, both December 31st and December 30th are in week 1 of 2019. So, just something interesting. Next up is 12 pages of dot grid. Then we have there's those pages. Then we have a single page for 7 different contacts. Then there are several informational pages. There are some international size charts, some conversion tables with a little ruler. Then there's 2 pages of traditional Japanese household items. Like the Japanese word for chopsticks is hashi. And a chopstick holder is called an oki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing those right. Then there's a guide to the Japanese zodiac. Then there are 2 pages of there's a page of World of Traditional Sweets. So it goes over some of the different sweets from each different country. From the United States, we're represented by an apple pie. And that for the UK, it's an Eton mess, which I'm actually not familiar with. Maybe I need to learn about that. Something related to Eton College. For France, there is macaroons, which are delicious. Then after that, we do have the international country codes and dialing codes. Then we have a list of national holidays. The U.S. here is severely lacking in April holidays. Now, I think for the rest of the world, this is based on Easter holidays, kind of like Good Friday and the day after Easter, which aren't the traditional national holidays. It's celebrated in the U.S., but not as a national holiday. And then on the last page, you have a space for personal information. And then there's also the number of your planner. These are limited editions, meaning that they only produce a certain number at the beginning of each year. And once they're gone, they're gone. And then also they have a little insert here that talks a little bit about the planner itself. So there is the Hobonichi Techo planner for 2019. I feel it's a very solid, well-built planner that will last for a year. I do love the Tomoe River paper. This 52-gram weight is one of my favorites, and I feel this planner has enough versatility that you could use it to fit your personal needs. As I said earlier, I'm going to start using this planner at the beginning of the year, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe later in the year, I'll do a follow-up video to show how it went. Now, there's no giveaway this week, but since we're heading into a new year, in the comments below, why don't you let me know what your non-fountain pen related goals are for the year. That maybe a couple of goals that I'm going to be working on. I have put on a few too many pounds, and so I'm going to be working to shed some weight. And I want to get back into the habit of reading more. So I'm going to try to set aside some time each and every day to read, even if it's only for a half hour or so. So I'd be interested to hear what some of your goals for the year are as well. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.